Peter Polidakis here, another segment on the law of attraction and what it all means. Based on life experience, the things that I've studied, I've been able to focus and look at life experiences from a different perspective, from the knowledge that I've obtained. Uh, the law of attraction, a lot of times we hear that when things aren't going right for you out there, you have to look within. I often wondered, what does this mean to look within yourself? To find, and how is it that when I look within, it will affect what's happening out there? Interesting question. And maybe you've had the same question too. Let's talk a little bit about that. I'm going to share with you an experience that I had at a very young age, now that I could reflect back and look at my life experience and give some perspective on this. When I was about 13 years old, I had lived in Greece for 4 years and then returned back to America. And when I did, I had a certain issue with my self confidence. I was afraid to speak because I thought I'd say the wrong thing. I had to rehearse everything in my head before I'd say it. And because my English, I'd forgotten a lot of my English. And this created an inferiority complex within me. So I was vibrating, or we could say I had the thought pattern of a victim. Because of this thought pattern, I was attracting victimizers. So when you're in a victim mentality, at a victim vibration, every state that you have has a vibration that goes along with it, and it also attracts like things to you. So if you're a victim, you will attract victimizers. Even people will go on, even people that are not victimizers will come to victimize you. So what does it mean to go within? Within is to observe yourself. This is one way of going within, and we'll primarily talk about that. So by observing what's happening on the outside, it's a very good indication of what's happening on the inside. So by observing your thoughts, by observing how you're feeling, which is way more important, the feelings are the best indicator to know what point of attraction you have. So by observing your feelings, you get to see where you stand. So if you're feeling as a victim and you see that people are picking on you, or there could be a woman that gets beaten by her husband, and a lot of times you'll say, well, he's the victim, he's the victimizer, he's the bad person. It's got nothing to do with good or bad. It's your point of attraction. If you are being a victim, you will attract victimizers. Even nice people that don't victimize other people will come and victimize you in some way, because that's what you're attracting. That's the law. That's how it works. So when I was a young man, I had that victimization mentality, and the victimizers came. I got beat up. I got spat on. I've got my money stolen every morning by bullies. I had a very difficult 3 years. At the end of those 3 years, I was so sick of how my life was that I decided to make some serious changes. Now, here's the power of intention. Even at that state, I had set an intention that I would not live like that again. And I was very clear on what I wanted. I wanted to attend a martial arts school that taught original, true martial arts. So I set this intention in place. And the way it came to me was very powerful. I met a girl named Kathy. Kathy had a little brother. The little brother worked at a body shop. At this body shop was a gentleman that was involved in one of these underground schools that taught the true martial arts. And by having this connection, I ended up going through an interview, joined the school. 4 years later, to make a long story short, I had changed. I had confidence. I got into a few scuffles in the neighborhood, and everybody left me alone after that. They never bothered with me as far as picking on me or anything else. And from that point on, I never had any confrontation where I'd get into a fight. Not even close. Because my vibration had changed because of the confidence that I had obtained. So this is true in every situation. Whatever is happening in your life is based on what you have attracted. And by having this introspection, by having this ability to look within, to see what is happening, you can begin to make a few shifts and a few changes. Now, there's some other ways of creating change in your life where you go deep within through meditation. And there's some excellent material out there on going within and going very deep in order to create serious change in your life. If you're interested in some of these things, please contact me. The information is below.